everybody, Blue Guy here, and today I'll be comparing Piggy characters to the 7 deadly sins! Anyways guys, without further ado, let's get on with the video. For the first deadly sin, we have pride, an excessive love of one's own excellence and thinking more highly of oneself than one ought to, effectively pushing God and others to the margins. Does that sound similar to anyone, to a character that we already know in Piggy? Cause personally there isn't another character that fits this role perfectly other than the man, the myth, the legend, Theo himself. Because has this guy ever been kind before? Has Theo ever been not overly excessively, loving himself too much? Cause personally, I don't think there's a single dialogue or cutscene that shows this. Theo is literally the perfect spot for pride, okay? Theo is the perfect definition of pride in Piggy. Without a doubt, no one can change my mind, okay? Literally nobody, okay? Anyways, next up, we have wrath. Intense, uncontrolled anger, rage or hatred that often leads to desire for revenge or just being a very bad boy. And you have to think about this, because the first thing that comes up to your mind for this would be Willow, At least, the first iteration of Willow before she turned kind, But thinking about it, Willow will be on another spot on these lists, okay? And instead of Willow, I put Nor. Yes, you heard me, I put Nor. And I'll explain why. Just think about it, ever since we first, learned about Nor, it was in the vault, which he was nothing, but when Pixies 4 Part 2 came out, oh, that's a different story, cause yeah, sure, we did, you kinda lied to him about us being Ronald, but, he still takes the cake for the spot, mainly for the fact, he first of all, he has a boss fight, it doesn't mean much, but it's still something, it's a hard spot to fill, especially since one of the spots later on this video was taken by Willow. Willow would have been perfect for a spot, but no, I put her in another spot. But I just think, as if you think about it, Nor just fits. I can't explain why he fits, but he just fits, okay? So, I just can't explain it well, but he just fits, okay? Cause for example, he hates Mudsin, cause he hates Mudsin, which makes him, want to destroy everything, cause he hates Mudsin. Mudsin is very bad. Yes. Anyways, next up. You! Yes! You! Have you liked and subscribed yet? You haven't? Oh, well, you have to like and subscribe now, but only if you're enjoying the video, okay? Cause, if you're not enjoying the video, then just leave! Be gone! I don't want you here if you're not enjoying the video. But if you are enjoying the video, you can if you want. You can like and subscribe if you want. Of course, I'm not gonna force you to do anything, it's your decision. And yeah, now we're gonna continue back onto the video. We have envy, the painful resentment of another person's good fortune or traits, coupled with an insatiable desire to possess them or destroy their value. And I gotta be completely honest, this was a very hard role to fit, since there's not anyone in Piggy that really fits this, this deadly sin, there isn't anyone. Except for Tigry, okay? I know Tigry sounds like a wild pick for this, but it's the only choice I had really for this. Cause if you kind of think about it, he fits, but at the same time he doesn't. Cause there's just no one in the story of Piggy, in Piggy's history, that really fits in this. So Tigry's the only one that can really fit, cause I guess he's kinda jealous of, Willow just, not really care about him much, even though she clearly does, because, like, he has a troubled past, being in the military, hated by his parents, and hated in schools and so on, but still, it's just a difficult spot to fill, okay? I'm sorry if you don't like this pick, it was a difficult spot to fill. And anyways, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. With the next one being Sloth, a culpable lack of physical or spiritual effort, and apathy, indifference, and willful refusal of the joy that comes from purposefully living and connecting with others. This also was a pretty difficult choice. Surprisingly, for a game that's quite a bit of villains, there's not many characters that fit some of these deadly sins, But if I had to pick one, I'm picking Polly, without a damn doubt, okay? Now, hear me out. Polly, for him working in the police, as a police officer, he was lazy. He was so bad at his job. First of all, he was guarding a pie. And he failed to guard a pie! It was a pie! How could he fail guarding a pie? I could understand it was money, but a pie? How do you fail guarding a damn pie? Also, slightly unrelated note, but I mean, he's the reason why Willow is even free in the first place, because his infected version dropped the key. I mean, obviously the infected version and the uninfected version are different, but they're still the same character. So I mean, I think Polly is just the best choice for Sloth. Anyways, next up is Gluttony, the overindulgence and overconsumption of food, drink, or material possessions to the point of waste, greed, or self-harm. Now, this was decently difficult to think about, because there's no fat characters in the game. But then I started to think more, and then I just had to put Mr. P in this. Not because he's a fat potato, but because of his actions, okay? I mean, first of all, he's the reason why the infection started. Well, no, it was really Theo, of course, but he was the main original reason why the infection started. That's one thing, Second of all, he was so focused to cure his wife. He didn't care about anything. He didn't care if the potion was even finished. He didn't care about his 3 adopted children, them being the vegetarians. Yes, I think that's confirmed at least. And yeah, he just didn't care about anything else. He just kept, he just kept overindulging in, he just didn't care about anything else but his wife. Which, yeah, it's his wife, but I mean, he has to focus on his adopted children, or at least the fact that the cure was ready or not, And yeah, I think Mr. P just fits this category surprisingly perfectly, not gonna lie. And anyways, now let's move on to greed. The intense, insatiable desire to acquire material, wealth, power, or status far beyond what is needed. And realistically, surprisingly, this came very quickly to my mind, with that being Mutson. It's kind of surprising there's two Pick 64 characters in this video, Nor and Mutson, to be on this list. And yeah, Mutson just fit perfectly. I mean, he's a selfish guy that only cares about money and, his company. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about his employees, doesn't care about anything. He lies to make his company seem completely, safe and not dangerous at all. And yeah, he just fits perfectly. I mean, I don't have to say anything, cause he just genuinely fits perfectly in this. And anyways, next up is lust. The inordinate or unbridled desire for sexual pleasure, material, or something else. And yeah, like I said earlier in this video, this is gonna be where Willow is gonna be put. Cause if you think about it, she has been trying to find William, aka her brother, for basically her entire life, and yeah, she still tries to me. I understand it's her brother, but I mean, she becomes just to the point that she becomes just too much, you know. And yeah, she just only cared about herself, basically. I mean, yeah, she might care about her TSP members, but she mostly doesn't really. Cause like, you know, because like, for example, I just can't explain this much, okay? This spot was a difficult role to fill, especially since originally I was gonna put Willow in Wrath, okay? That's like, again, just like, you know, what was the other one? Tigry in Envy. This was a difficult role to fit, you know? So, I mean, this is the best choice I have. So, yeah. That's for the last edition. Yeah, so that's really it for the video. So, yeah. Intro time! So, yeah, that's where the video's gonna end off. Like, yeah, like some of these spots were pretty difficult to fill up, but anyways, the video's over, you know. I can finally relax for the next, I don't know, 4 days before I make another video. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video a lot. I hope you like and subscribe, since it helps me a lot. And I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers eventually. And, of course, get monetized to make my family proud of me. And so they don't send me to the adoption center. So, yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, night, whatever. Goodbye!